Taro here with Monarch Training. Today we're going to cover a bunch of different squat variations you might see come up in a program from us or anywhere else. This video is just a quick overview. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, that's it. So with all the different squat variations or variations for any movement, they're all meant to be used to fix some issue you might have. So first off, the pause squat. We will pause in the bottom end of the squat. We squat exactly the same. Imagine these were done like as a video and I just pressed pause. That's how these should look. Now, pause squat will be used to help build comfort in the bottom, build the strength out of the bottom. Real quick for basic pause squats in the bottom, don't double bounce to come out of it. That kind of defeats the whole purpose. You want to come from like a static position. Another variation you might see, the double pause squat. This one, you'll pause in the bottom, come out, and then pause at your sticking point, whatever point you want to help strengthen, just accumulating a little bit more time under tension in those positions. Bouncing pause squat. For this one, you go to about parallel, bounce out of the bottom, and then pause at parallel again. This will build that that comfort, that technical comfort with bouncing out of the bottom with some of those heavier weights and getting that stretch reflex. So next up, we have the breathing pause squat. For this one, we go down to the bottom. We'd hold that position, good posture that whole time, and then breathe normally. With this, we want to use a lot less weight. What this will work on is what I refer to as the posture muscles. So the more technical term, I believe, will be your intrinsic stabilizers. It's kind of the muscles you use to stand normally. We always, as lifters, do a pretty good job with bracing. We take that deep breath in, push against the belt, all that other stuff. But there's other muscles to work, other muscles to be used during this. So this one's great. I think it's a great way to kind of build core stability, especially for CrossFitters where you might have to do a whole bunch of reps in a row. You don't want to hold your breath every single rep. You kind of want to have that base built already in terms of your core strength, if that makes sense. There are also Kang squats. You might see these done a couple different ways. Typically, I'll do this as a warm-up. You can do it with a little bit more weight. I think they're really good to help kind of build hip awareness of where you are in your squat, to kind of work on not folding over as much. So you go and do a good morning, and then you sit your hips down into the bottom end of a squat. Then you'll bring them back up to be back in that good morning position. When you do these, it's good to try. And keep the bar as if it was stationary. Try to keep it exactly where it is and kind of work on moving your own body around the bar. We can also do jump squats. Again, this is one that we would use lighter weight and really work on that explosiveness. This would be a variation off of like speed squats. We can also do stuff like wide stance squats just to work it a little bit different. And we can also do narrow squats. For either one of these, you just want to go a little bit outside of what your normal is. So find your comfortable squatting stance. Everyone's built a little bit differently, and we can do some wide stance squats just to work some different areas. We can also do narrow squats. We'll again work it a little bit different. I like to do the narrow ones just to help warm up, especially before Olympic lifting. I find the narrow squats will be really good for kind of warming up your ankles a good bit. Another variation you might see, a little bit more closely related to the front squat, would be the goblet squat. You can do these with kettlebells like I am here. You can also do it with a dumbbell. All right, so for the box squat, this one is a variation I think is very overused. The main purpose that I think it should be used for is if you're injured or do not know how to squat, what to do with your knee. So two main situations the box squat should be used is coming back from an injury if you can't go full depth. Another thing is to train
knee movement. So if you're constantly squatting, where you push your knees way far forward, you come onto your toes, and you're possibly causing yourself knee pain and stuff like that in a poor position in the bottom, the box squat is good. When you do it, try to keep your knees exactly where they are and kind of sit back onto the box. Now, there are a lot more squat variations you might see other than these, but this is a good start with them. That's it for us here at Monarch Training. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.